Hello everyone, myself Bijal Joshi. Today I'm going to discuss the model answer paper of 30 marks of history subject. In this paper, we have short answers of 2 marks each and structured answers of 3 and 4 marks. This paper is based on the chapter The First War of Independence 1857, Standard 10th. Let's begin with the first set of questions, that is the short answers. Now here we have to write down 2 points compulsorily for 2 marks. 2 marks question है तो हमें 2 points compulsory लिखने ही होंगे. Let's start with the first answer. Some Indian states were brought under the British control without actually annexing them. This was done by the following of the subsidiary alliance introduced by Lord Wellesley. 2 points covered, give yourself 2 marks. Answer number 2. Absentee sovereignty means that India was being ruled by the British government from England at a distance of thousands of miles. It was resented by Indians because they felt that they were being ruled from England and India's wealth was being drained to England and not utilized for their welfare. Answer 3. In 1856, Lord Canning announced that after the death of Bahadur Shah Zafar, his successors would not be allowed to use the imperial titles with their names and would be known as mere princes. This decision of the British hurt the sentiments of the Mughals. Answer number 4. The British officers were rude and arrogant towards the Indians. They believed that they were superior to Indians and followed a policy of contempt towards the Indians. They dubbed the Muslims as cruel and unfaithful. Some European officers ill-treated and insulted Indians. Answer 5. According to the provisions of the Inam Commission of 1852, 20,000 estates were confiscated when the landlords failed to produce evidences like title deeds by which they held the land. Answer 6. The Religious Disabilities Act of 1850 changed the Hindu law of property. It enabled a conversion from Hinduism to other religions to inherit the property of his father. The Hindus regarded this as an incentive to give up one's religious faith. Answer 7. The uprising of 1857 was the first struggle of the Indian people for freedom, which paved the way for the rise of the national movement. Next point. The sacrifices of Rani Lakshmi Bai, Nana Sahib Peshwa, and Mangal Pandey served as the source of inspiration for the future freedom fighters. Answer 8. All higher positions in employment were reserved for the British troops, irrespective of their performance. Even the Indian soldiers formerly occupying the higher positions in the armies of native princes could not rise above the rank of Subedar. Hence, there were bleak prospects of promotions. Answer 9. Indigo trade was highly profitable to the British, so the peasants were forced to cultivate only indigo in the fields chosen by the British planters. Next point. If they planted anything else, their crops were destroyed and their cattle were carried off as punishment. And the last answer, number 10. The Queen's proclamation promised that the government of India would, point number 1, follow a policy of non-intervention in social and religious matters of Indians. Point 2, treat all subjects of Indians and Europeans as equals. That is, education and ability would be the basis of all appointments. With this, we end the first part of the 30 marks paper, 10 answers of 2 marks each. If you have written down the correct 2 points of each answer, then give yourself 10 on 10. Make sure in all these answers, you have to specify the 2 points. Now going to the next part of the paper, that is the structured answers. The first answer is of 3 marks So you can see any 3 points are needed to mention. Economic exploitation or exploitation of economic resources. Point 1. Agriculture India was made an economic colony to serve the interests of industrial England. India was forced to export at cheaper rates raw materials like raw cotton and raw silk, plantation products like indigo, tea, and also food grains. Point number 2. India was made to accept ready-made British goods either duty-free or at nominal duty rates, while Indian products were subjected to high import duties in England. Point number 3. The homemade goods were unable to compete with the cheaper machine-made British products. This ruined the Indian industry, deprived the artisans of their income, and reduced the avenues of employment of laborers. Point number 4. On the other hand, export of raw materials and food grains deprived India of her agriculture surplus and raised the prices of raw materials. Thus, the change in the nature of India's trade became an instrument for exploiting India's resources. So students, if you have written down any 3 points out of these 4 points, then give yourself 3 on 3. Always remember, in the structured answers, we have to write down big points because each point gives you 1 mark. So make sure you specify the key words. It is very important for 10th standard students to write down the textual words or write down the keywords. Answer number 2, doctrine of lapse. This answer is of 3 marks. So here you have to mention any 3 points. Point number 1, Lord Dalhousie, the Governor General of India, annexed many Indian states to the company using the doctrine of lapse. According to this doctrine of lapse, heirs adopted without the consent of the company could inherit only the private property of the deceased ruler, that is the king who passed away, and not his territory, which would come under the company's rule. Point number 2 for doctrine of lapse. When the ruler of Jhansi died in 1853, leaving no natural heir, the widow Rani was pensioned and the adopted sons, Anand Rao, was not recognized as a lawful successor to the throne. Point number 3. The other prominent states which became victims to the doctrine were Satara, Jaipur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, and Nagpur. The principle of lapse was also applied to take away the titles and pensions of the rulers of some states. Point number 4. Regal titles of the Nawabs of Karnataka and Tanjore were taken away. This caused discontent among the rulers as well as among the people in general. Point number 5. The rulers of Indian states believed that their states were annexed not by the application of doctrine of lapse, but due to the lapse of all morals on the part of the British. With this, we complete the second answer of doctrine of lapse. So students, if you have written down the 3 points out of these 5 points, then give yourself 3 on 3. Going to the last answer regarding the changes in the army after the First War of Independence of 1857. This answer is of 4 marks, so you have to write down compulsorily 4 points. Beginning with the first point, the strength of European troops in India was increased. The ratio of European to Indian troops was fixed at 1:2 in the Bengal army and 2:5 in the Madras and Bombay armies. The general principle adopted was that the number of Indian sepoys should not exceed twice that of the European troops. The same ratio was maintained till the First World War. Point number 2. European troops were kept in key geographical and military positions. The earlier policy of excluding Indians from the officer corps was strictly maintained. Point 3. To desist the Indian soldiers from rising again against the British rule, the sophisticated weapons and ammunitions were never placed under the charge of Indians. All Indian artillery units, with the exceptions of a few mountain units, were disbanded. Point number 4, the discrimination on the basis of caste, region, and religion was practiced in the recruitment to the army. The organization of the Indian section of the army was based on the policy of balance and counterpoise. In other words, divide and rule, so as to provide or prevent another anti-British uprising. Point number 5, in order to discourage nationalism, measures such as introduction of caste and community in most regiments were taken. And the last point, number 6, newspapers, journals, and nationalist publications were prevented from reaching the soldiers to keep the Indian army separated from the life of the rest population. With this, we complete the third answer of changes in the army. So out of these 6 points, if you have written down any 4 points correctly, give yourself 4 on 4. So students who have scored 30 on 30 in this paper, congratulations to all. And the students who have not, better luck next time. Till then, see you soon and goodbye.